To other news now, reactions to an exclusive media interview with convicted DJ Vybz Kartel that has put the spotlight once again on prison authorities. His attorney argues it was done prior to his transfer last year for a similar breach. But as Giovanni Dennis now reports, one rights group wants the issue immediately addressed.
I know I'm innocent and I know I'm coming out.
Words from incarcerated entertainer Vybz Kartel. It aired Wednesday on Fox 5. It was his first major media interview since his 2011 murder conviction. But since his conviction, public incidents like these have become common with Vybz Kartel. So it didn't come as a surprise to many.
I don't think it's crazy, you get me? But within Jamaica, I really had expected it the same way. Why? Because the system is rigged.
Jamaica full of too much carelessness. I mean, prisoner who get, what you call it? Tried and sentenced, can in a prison and live like regular people. It's a joke thing.
We're not surprised. He's been making music from the day he went in.
But although not surprising, human rights group Jamaicans for Justice is raising concern. Jodian Quarry is policy and advocacy manager.
This is a problem. Unrestricted access to the outside is something that cannot be condoned because contraband in prisons is a national security issue.
Isaac Buchanan is Vybz Kartel's attorney.
My instructions are that it was done while Mr. Palmer was at the St. Catherine facility. The Minister of Security had corrected whatever incident had taken place. They moved him to their secured location where he is heavily monitored.
Can you say the circumstances under which he's now being held?
The best person to answer that would be the Minister of Security with portfolio. But my understanding is a state-of-the-art retrofitting was done at the Horizon facility where they say they hold high-profile persons who are convicted, and Mr. Palmer is one of such persons that they're holding there under military supervision.
For Ms. Quarry, inmate communication with society needs to be streamlined.
And while JFJ recognizes that it's important that there be regulations in place to ensure that the discussions on the outside are managed, we see no fundamental difficulty with this inmate or any other inmate having a conversation with someone on the outside, just in a much more regulated and orderly manner.
We sought responses from the ministers in charge of national security, Dr. Horace Chang and Matthew Samuda. Neither replied. Earlier this year, Mr. Samuda declared stiffer penalties were coming for persons smuggling contraband into correctional facilities. The Department of Correctional Services said in 2020 sanctions were to be laid against Vybz Kartel after he was found in possession of a cell phone following his appearance on an Instagram Live with producer Russian. He was subsequently transferred. But Mr. Buchanan maintains,
until there is a system in place to provide proper communication, because there is something in the Constitution which talks about right to family life, which is not necessarily suspended because a person is incarcerated. There are family members who need to be in contact, and that is the real issue, and that is where a probe should be.
Part 2 of the jailhouse interview airs Thursday night. In Part 1, the DJ also spoke on his Privy Council appeal against his 35-year conviction.
God save the Queen, because she's the only one that can save me now.
Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.
In the meantime, the Department of Correctional Services, DCS, says it is investigating the circumstances surrounding the interview. It said, quote, steps are being taken to clarify the veracity of the voice in the interview, noting that the department takes the alleged breaches seriously and is probing the matter assiduously. The release added there are established protocols for individuals seeking to conduct interviews at the correctional institutions which were not followed. No interview was authorized. The DCS says a report on the incident is to be submitted to the Ministry of National Security within 7 days. It further states it insists its leadership does not endorse any unapproved privileges being given to any inmate, and steps are being taken to eradicate this practice, which sometimes happens in the facilities.